road. And we are squirrels. We live in your backyard in a big oak tree. That's our world. We saw you and your family
filming us with your flip cam,
shaking our little tails,
eating crackers from your hand.
We know we're irresistible, seemingly even kissable, extremely home videoable, and effortlessly uploadable. But what makes you think that gives you the right to make us internet memes overnight? We didn't sign a release, you didn't get our consent to put our private lives on the public internet. We didn't sign a release. You seem surprised to find we're upset. You wonder how in the world can squirrels talk, much less have the internet. Well, you have email,
We have tree mail,
you have smartphones,
we have pine cones,
you have social networks,
we have elaborate squeaks and chirps. He just said, you have no right to publish or distribute audio or video recordings of us, including but not limited to our names, recorded mating calls, photographs or likenesses, nest location, tail length, or any material based upon or derived therefrom. Oh yes, in any forest, in perpetuity.
If you don't cease and desist, a suit will be filed. Especially if we end up in the next Squirrels Gone Wild. We didn't sign a release, you didn't get our consent to put our private lives on the public internet. We didn't sign a release, you violated our trust. We don't want the world to see the secret place where we hide our nuts. We didn't sign a release. I can't believe we've lived to be this old,
And somehow we have never seen this whole.
a little dent with a little bit of lint inside it.
Underneath this cotton tee you've been hiding.
It's time that we unwrap this gift. Let's bring back the mail midriff. It's my belly button, my belly button. I won't pretend like it's nothing, cause my belly button's really, really something. Something I wanna show to you.
You should call me a seal, cause I'm going full naval. I bedazzled it.
I made a nugget dip, taste it.
Hold up, fill the hole up with molten gold.
Mold a gold nugget for my charm bracelet.
Potting soil,
Random seeds,
Douglas fir.
sapling maple tree.
These are gonna get massive.
And absorb a lot of greenhouse gases.
The fact is we're helping the planet's health.
Wait, we carbon offset ourselves.
So,
We can cruise around in a big SUV.
and these trees allow us
To ride separately. Let's continue this conversation on our inefficient gas-powered phones. Hey, I've got this business idea to drive our vehicles door to door selling my new invention.
It's a fully functional do-it-yourself miniature coal plant exclusively for children.
It's my belly button, my belly button. I won't pretend like it's nothing, cause my belly button's really, really something. Something I wanna show to you. It's my belly button, my belly button. I won't pretend like it's nothing, cause my belly.
Hello, mythical beasts. Welcome to the tour of Mythicality. Are you excited to see Rhett and Link? A lot of the mythical crew are here tonight too, so give it up for them. You may have noticed there's a lot of cameras in the room. You guys are part of a very special event that's going out around the world to 50 countries. Countries you've never even heard of. People from all over the world. So we want you to make lots of noise for them, show them your big, beautiful faces, put all kinds of energy in the room. Get ready for Rhett and Link.
Hello, and welcome to Rhett and Link's tour of Mythicality. If you thought this was something other than Rhett and Link's tour of Mythicality, now is a good time to leave. If it is your birthday today, please raise your hand. Thank you. FYI, we will not be doing anything for anyone who has a birthday today. Other than that, that was it. You probably think you made a good decision coming to this show, but that might just be confirmation bias resulting from purchasing a ticket. Either way, you could have been anywhere this evening, but you chose to submit yourself to the questionable ramblings of two middle-aged man-children. Those man-children will make no promise that you will not regret deciding to be here. They only promise that they will be exhibiting a multimedia audiovisual production based on Rhett and Link's Book of Mythicality featuring Rhett McLaughlin and Link Neal that is intended to be humorous but cannot be guaranteed to be humorous because humor is a subjective element of the human experience. So don't get your hopes up. And if your hopes are already up, now is a good time to lower them a bit. And now, mythical beasts, please welcome to the stage Rhett and Link.
You're not starting.
We just talked about the last thing you said was you start.
Yeah, that means you start. Link, to me, you're you.
Well, to me, you're you, so it wasn't clear.
Sorry. Okay, we can establish it now. Link, you can start, okay?
Yeah, sure. I can start.
Let's try that again. You're still not starting.
You said I can start. You gave me the option to start. You also had the option to start.
This is more difficult than I anticipated.
I'm sorry.
How about this? How about we start together?
Like, in unison?
Yeah, in unison.
How are we gonna know what to say?
We've known each other for a long time. We'll figure something out.
Okay. We would like to extend to you a warm mythical welcome to our tour of Mythicality.
That this is a tour of Mythicality does not mean that it is not real. This is very real. You are actually here watching two men speak in unison because they cannot decide who was going to talk first. We wrote a book called Rhett and Link's Book of Mythicality. We're Rhett and Link. We will be bringing the Book of Mythicality to life on this very stage as we explore some special moments in our 30-plus years of friendship. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being your mythical best.
That worked. That worked.
I told you we'd figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, mythical beasts.
This whole concept of mythicality got started back in 1984 in Miss Locklear's first grade class.
Can you spot us?
There I am on the back row like I have been my whole life.
And there I am on the front row smiling like I have been my whole life.
Now, you can see we had similar haircuts, but this was not at all unusual. Most of the boys in the class had the same haircut.
A few of the girls had it too.
Yes.
Now, we've told the story of how we've met so many times that we've decided to simplify the process by writing it into a song. We're not going to sing the song. I just wanted you to know that we wrote one.
Or maybe we will.
Okay. On the first day of first grade, we were.
I wrote hell.
I wrote damn, but I spelled it D-A-M, so it technically wasn't a curse word. But I think Miss Locklear knew my intentions.
Our punishment was coloring unicorns, and that's when we became best friends. But equally as important, we never deface public property again. So if you've got a kid who's writing obscene graffiti, give him a picture of a mythical beast, and he will cease to write profanity. Don't write profanity.
Now, this may seem like something cute we just wrote in a song, but it's actually true. It has been scientifically proven that you cannot formulate curse words while coloring pictures of mythical beasts.
Allow me to demonstrate. Asymptote. Shiver me timbers. Funnel cakes. Mother funnel cakes.
You see, it's mother funnel cake and impossible.
So if you've got a kid who's writing obscene graffiti, give him a picture of a mythical beast, and he will cease to write profanity. Don't write profanity. Just color a mythical beast.
For as far back as I can remember, I was determined to find a best friend. And when I was 4 years old, I found my first candidate, Brad McDonald. You will never know what the top of his head looked like. The thing about Brad was that we both liked to go outside and dig holes together in preschool, so I thought, he could be the one. But then, one day, and I remember this, I went in to use the bathroom, okay? Right after he had come out, and he forgot to flush and had left behind a memento. It was orange. I'm talking cheese puff orange. I do not know why. Maybe he just drank a crap ton of Fanta. It didn't matter. Whatever the reason, the damage was done. I had to cross Brad off the list. In kindergarten, the highlight of recess every day was some sort of foot race. So I was determined to befriend the fastest kid. Now, I was slow, but I had this belief that all great friendships should have some sort of realistic average speed so that no duo was too fast or too slow. I was very concerned about maintaining the balance of power for three-legged races. The only problem was Maurice Cameron was already best friends with Linwood Campbell. So I set my sights on the second fastest kid, Matthew Enzor. You can just look at that kid and tell he was fast. I remember I struck up a conversation with Matthew after one of his silver medal runs, but then that slow-moving blonde kid, JR, swooped in and bribed him into best friendship with a fruit roll-up. Had to move on. Maybe I didn't need to have a fast friend. Maybe I could have a big friend. And Zach West was the size of a third grader. Surely he needed a scrawny kid to balance him out. And he invited me over to his house, and I thought, this is happening. He's gonna be my best friend. He said, hey, you wanna play wrestling? And I was like, well, I wish you would have told me. I would have brought my WWF action figures over. But before I knew it, Zach had me by the legs, upside down in the pile driver position, standing on his bed, and then proceeded to jackhammer me face first into the floor. His grandma was watching. On the first day of first grade, a tall, lanky kid walked in. Maybe I didn't need a fast kid or a big kid to balance out. Maybe I just needed a tall, lanky one. I remember my first impression of Rhett was that he didn't seem like the pile driving type or the bright orange pooping type. I was like, this kid's got promise. And he must have thought the same thing of me, because very early on in our interactions, he asked me, can I spend the night at your house?
Now, what Link didn't realize at the time is I had asked this question to literally dozens of other children. Yes, that was my go-to line in first grade. Can I spend the night at your house? And it always worked. They always said yes. I spent the night at so many children's homes because of this. I actually once spent the night at a children's home. Now, there's nothing wrong at my house. My parents took good care of me. They fed me. They gave me a bed that was almost long enough. But I was curious about other people's homes, specifically curious about what was in their refrigerators. In David Rogers' house, in their refrigerator, they had cold cuts. They didn't just have ham and turkey. They had pepperoni, bologna, salami, pastrami. They had the little bologna with the flecks in it. They were freaking cold cuts connoisseurs. I loved it. Never touched it. I just observed it like a cold cut scientist. In Peter Dinklage's house, not that Peter Dinklage, in my Peter Dinklage's house, in their fridge, they had Capri Sun for days. No, you don't understand. Like, the entire door of the fridge was filled with Capri Sun. It was like the Dinklages did not know that there was another beverage fit for human consumption. All Capri Sun, all the time. Fascinating. So, when I met this especially smiley kid named Link, I figured, he's probably got a house. And I knew it wouldn't be long before I popped the question. Now, I think it might be helpful for you to see what I thought of Link at the time, and thankfully for you, I drew a picture of Link in first grade. Yes, Miss Locklear asked us to draw a picture of our best friend, and this is the actual picture that I drew. Not bad. Yeah, his neck didn't grow until third grade. And it wasn't until fifth grade that he shed his claw hands.
And it wasn't until high school that I stopped wearing that blue suit every day.
Yeah, I remember that. Now, when I asked Link, can I spend the night at your house? He eagerly said, yes! It was like no one had ever asked this question to Link before.
Well, times were tough during my no-neck, claw-handed blue suit wearing days.
Yeah, tough time. When I got to Link's house, I met his mom. I met his stepdad, Jimmy, whom he called Jimmy. I thought that was cool. He's calling an adult by his first name. But when I called Jimmy, Jimmy said, don't call me Jimmy. There was something different about Link's house, though. It wasn't the lack of variety of cold cuts or the totally normal amount of Capri Sun in the refrigerator. It was the fact that Link and I made each other laugh a lot. Remember that first night, we're sitting there trying to go to sleep. Link's in his bed, I'm on the floor in my Care Bears Follow Your Dream sleeping bag. And we're just laughing, just giggling. We don't remember exactly what made us laugh that night. We have decided to recreate that scene so you can see what it might have been like. Come with us back to 1984.
Hey, Rat. Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. I've never had anybody spend the night at my house before. You ever spend the night at anybody's house before?
Couple times.
Hey, Rat, guess what?
What?
These nuts!
Hey, y'all get quiet and go to sleep.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Oh, what did I tell you about that, Red?
You said don't call you Jimmy, Mr. Jimmy.
Don't call me Mr. Jimmy, call me Mr. Cabs.
Okay, Mr. Caps. Hey, Mr. Caps, guess what?
What?
These nuts!
We care about our hair. A lot. But you already knew that.
Now, there will come a time when humanity has nearly destroyed itself and we're all living in a post-apocalyptic landscape that you've only seen in movies. In those days, you're not going to be able to worry about fleeting things like hairstyles. You'll be too busy running from a dude with a flamethrower and a weird breathing device, or picking at some pig carcass like you're a freaking vulture. And then getting inside of the pig carcass to hide from the flamethrower guy when he shows up, waiting a little bit, and then finally after he leaves, realizing that I can wear this pig carcass like some sort of weird pig suit. And then realizing that you developed a small band of followers because you look so cool and intimidating in your pig suit, and then they're starting to call you the pig commander, and then you lead the revolution.
Okay. But until that day comes when you inevitably become the pig commander,
Sorry, I get a little carried away thinking about the apocalypse.
we believe that styling your hair is a perfectly acceptable form of self-expression. Now, we have expressed ourselves in many ways over many hair eras, or hairas, as we like to call them, and we've learned a lot of lessons, so we want to impart those lessons to you now.
Yes. Now, our hair story started, like many of yours, with the home cut.
You didn't seem too sure about your home cut, but I really liked mine.
Yeah, you're into it.
Coming all forward, baby.
Now, we graduated from our home cuts to our first paid haircuts, and I, along with 99% of the males in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina, went to Rudolph Blanchard to get my hair cut. Rudolph would sit you down and say, "What'll it be this time?" I learned pretty quickly that no matter how you answered that question, you were going to get one haircut. The Rudolph. Nothing special, you know, just a short, simple part. Served me very well throughout my entire adolescence. It just got a little bit shorter as I got older. Also, my neck continued to grow, but my face stopped.
Now, I was in the 1% of Bowie's Creek males who did not go to Rudolph because my mom took me to the place where she got her hair styled, which meant I got the Cindy. Now, that is not Cindy, that is a jack-o'-lantern, but that hair-shaped helmet on my head, that is the Cindy. And I know I might seem excited in the photo, but honestly, I was pretty self-conscious being surrounded by so many Rudolphs.
Yeah.
So on more than one occasion, I would start to push the Cindy over to approximate a Rudolph.
The good news is you were sponsored by Coke.
That's right. My entire childhood was brought to you by Coca-Cola. And you know what? I caved to more hair peer pressure in high school when I joined the soccer team, because I noticed those guys would shave their head on the sides and the back and then let the hair grow out long on top and then flop over. So I did that too. I also like to stand on one foot.
As did I. Yes, we didn't go to the prom together. We went with dates, but we took more pictures of just the two of us.
That's true. After that, we started a band called the Wax Paper Dogs with a Z.
Our hair and our music were experimental.
And they both sucked.
And also, as you can see, we were wearing the typical 90s band uniform, white t-shirt and khaki shorts. No, you don't remember that because we were the only band wearing that particular uniform.
That guy in the lower left-hand corner was also wearing it, though.
Yeah. I'm auditioning for the band. Maybe they'll notice me if I stand back here.
I'm ready, boys.
Play a mean bass.
Just call on me. I'm right here behind you.
After the band, we went to college. And college would prove to be a time of more hair experimentation. We actually both kind of oscillated between the buzz and the poof. I went buzz, poof, buzz, poof.
And I went poof, buzz, poof, buzz.
We never both had a buzz or both had a poof at the same time.
No, because they cancel each other out.
Yeah, like sine and cosine.
We would have died.
Right.
After college, something went very, very wrong. We both got jobs as engineers. And no, all of a sudden we had to look respectable. No more poof. And I had to wear a shirt. It was insane.
It was at this point that we entered into the phase of our hair story that we call our hair of defeat.
There it is.
Look if you must.
Now, hair of defeat is hair that says nothing about you. Hair of defeat just says, I'm hair. I could be on anybody right now.
Some of you here are suffering from hair of defeat. You're simply letting the hair grow on top of your head with no intention. Don't be like this guy. Look at this jerk. That is the look of a man who knows something has gone horribly awry, but he's trying to put on a happy face. Let me tell you right now, ain't nobody buying that happy face, not even the baby.
No. And don't be like this jerk. This guy looks like the type of guy who would clip his toenails and then collect them and give each of them a name. This big one's called Ronnie. He likes to make fun of Little Nail Petey. You're special to me, Little Nail Petey. Stop making fun of Petey, Ronnie. Stop it. Leave Petey alone, Ronnie. Leave him alone. You're family. You're from the same foot.
Okay. We would eventually claw our way out of the valley of the hair of defeat when we stopped being engineers for the safety of people everywhere and started doing what we love, working together, creating things. It was at this point that our hair took flight. Literally, mine began to reach for the skies.
And my hair grew wings. And you know what? I flew around with those wings for a good long hera. But then one day I made the bold choice to clip my wings and adopt whatever middle-aged version of a boy band haircut this is. But I'll always look back fondly on those wings.
It was a time when my hair went up.
And my hair went down.
My hair goes up.
My hair goes down.
My hair goes up.
My hair goes down.
My hair goes up.
My hair goes down, 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 down. My hair flows like a waterfall over a cliff. That is my face.
My hair goes heaven-bound. Dirty blonde rockets into space.
My hair conceals my elf ears. They are a little bit embarrassing.
Well, with hair this high, I'm 6'9", making me a giant, technically speaking.
Well, I can shake my hair and generate enough breeze to locomote a toy sailboat.
I would need no broom to sweep this room if someone spilled honey bunches of oats. Cause my hair goes up.
My hair goes down.
My hair goes up.
My hair goes down.
My hair goes up.
My hair goes down, down, down,
It makes Sir Isaac Newton question himself.
My hair looks rustic, like I've draped my head with a beaver pelt.
My mama bird laid some eggs up there. I didn't mind that much. She raised them in my quaff till them birdies flew off, and we still keep in touch.
I bet you didn't see my switchblade or my iPad or my chai tea. And with a little more growth, you won't even know I got a full-size baby.
A full-size baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna name him Ricky.
After your dad?
Nope, I just always wanted to name a kid Ricky.
I would call him Richard, but I'm probably being picky. And why you hiding a kid anyway?
Well, it's actually just a robotic baby.
What were we talking about?
Your hair goes up,
Your hair goes down.
your hair goes up.
Your hair goes. We interrupt the chorus of the song to bring you an important message.
There are many weighty decisions that you must make in life.
Like who you gonna marry,
What you're gonna do for a living,
boxers or briefs.
or commando.
And listen, you're gonna make mistakes.
You might invest your life savings in dehydrated water.
You might forget whether prohibited means you can do it or you can't do it.
You might ask a non-pregnant woman if she's pregnant.
That's okay. You'll recover.
But just make sure you get this
one most important course of your life altering choice right. Does your hair go up?
Or does it go down, 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 down?
Hey, Rat. Take a look at my hair, man. Is it okay? Yeah, it looks great. It looks fine. How can you tell it's so dark back here? Actually, I cannot tell. I'm just trying to give you a false sense of confidence.
This is Mr. Fly, the couch from our college dorm room.
Actually, this is not technically Mr. Fly. This is just a Mr. Fly look-alike that doesn't even look that much like Mr. Fly.
Yeah, we had to get rid of Mr. Fly when we found a rat's nest in him. True story.
That's true. But back when we acquired this guy, it was freshman year in college. We were roommates in Syme dorm room number 24. And there I am again without a shirt.
I could have made you a shirt from my shirt and still had a shirt.
And pants too.
Yeah, could
Why
have
you
done
so
a lot of
stingy
things.
with the pant fabric, man?
Well, you had some pants too, sucker.
Now, just on the other side of that door lived Mr. Fly. And we knew with a couch as amazing as Mr. Fly, we had to choose something equally amazing to decorate the wall above him. And we found the perfect thing. Lionel Richie's debut album on vinyl opened to reveal a 2-panel spread which contains the most amazing album photograph ever taken.
Lionel Richie in a striped sweater and white pants lying on a polished wooden floor.
Man, I could stare at that all day.
But
I
we
won't for your sake, though. That would be boring for you. We will continue the story. Now, when we saw Lionel perched above Mr. Fly, we had no choice. We just felt ourselves being compelled to get up on Mr. Fly, pose like Lionel, and start snapping pictures of each other.
Here's me. I took this very seriously.
Yes. And here's me. No, I am not Eminem's long-lost brother. I was just very, very angry my entire freshman year.
Now, the thing is, we didn't stop with taking pictures of each other because then we ask ourselves, what if we made it mandatory for every single person who came into our dorm room to lay down on Mr. Fly and pose like Lionel so that we could take their picture, develop it, and then hang it on our wall in the form of a shrine?
We did that, and we called it Project Lionel. Now, it didn't take long for word about Project Lionel to get out. Pretty soon we just had random students showing up at our door at all hours, knocking and saying, yeah, I'm here for Project Lionel, like it was a new class. We didn't even take time to get to know them. We just took their picture and put it on the wall.
We didn't know who this guy was, but he found the entire process very amusing.
We didn't know this girl, so we were not able to contact her and let her know she fell asleep during the photo.
We didn't know this guy, but he insisted on dangling a cigarette from his lips. But we didn't let him light it.
That's right. We have boundaries. We didn't know this woman.
That's my mom.
Oh, that is Sue, isn't it? Nice white outfit. Little splash of fuchsia, purple, little pop of pink around the collar. Yeah,
She is not single.
Unfortunately. Sorry, Link.
Here's the thing. Project Lionel did not end when college ended for us. No, it endures because it's happening again right now.
That's right. Do we have any roommates?
Oh,
Whoa, we got some very ambitious roommates. Okay, go ahead, come on up.
she has on a hat and she's running this way. So that was
Yes,
quick.
guys, this is a historic moment. We are continuing Project Lionel tonight, adding to the archives on a substitute, Mr. Fly.
So we got 2 roommates. We're gonna send one over here. They're probably lost.
They made it. Okay, if one of you can join Link over here,
You with the hat, trot on over here to me.
and if you can just join me right here.
Right here. X marks the spot for you. Hey there, what's your name?
I'm Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
I like your hat.
Thanks.
Hello, Sarah's roommate. What's your name?
Lainey.
Lainey. Sarah and Lainey, how long you guys been roommates?
2 years.
2 years.
2
Okay.
years.
So you're kind of locked in at this point.
Yeah.
You still getting along?
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on. What do you guys fight about?
Which episode of GMM to watch?
Oh.
True.
Just that days. I mean, that's why we do one every day.
Yeah.
So it's an easy decision to make.
No, but like, there's favorites.
Okay,
So you gotta watch
favorites,
those.
going back and rewatching. Okay, no arguments about toilet paper under, over, anything
We don't
like
share
that?
a bathroom.
Oh,
so
that's
that makes
smart.
it
That is
Don't
easier.
share a
key.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys seem like you're getting along, but we're going to try to put that to an end. Okay, what we're going to do is you're not going to just have the opportunity to participate in Project Lionel. That's my new way of saying participate. I go, and then I go, and then I say participate. I'm trying it out. What do you think?
I like it.
You're not just going to be participating in Project Lionel, you're going to be competing against one another, and the winner is going to walk away with a signed Tour of Mythicality poster.
Oh, you're on.
Not signed by anybody, signed by us. Available in the lobby. Okay, and Sarah, you're going to go second.
Now, that doesn't mean you have an advantage, okay?
Yeah.
We are going to place Sarah into a cone of silence
Let me help with that.
so that you cannot hear any feedback that we may be giving.
Do you mind if I remove your hat?
That's fine.
Okay.
Put these earbuds in there. I'm going to play some music for you here.
We have to make sure that you have absolutely no advantage. Now, she cannot see out of these eyes. That's just for you to feel comfortable, okay? And don't worry, we watch this between every show.
Okay, so we're going to throw this on there. Oh, yeah, nice and snug. Snug as a bug in a rug.
Find the eyeball, again, for your benefit.
There we go.
Okay, Lainey, get one last look at Lionel. Okay, well,
That's just my torso.
that's it. Get up there and do your best Project Lionel pose.
I'm going to take the photo and then hold the pose afterward for an assessment. Okay, got to get a little bit closer here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, how do you feel about this?
Confident.
Confident?
For sure.
Oh, no.
no.
Hold it. We have to judge it.
Okay.
Okay, because this
Yeah.
is very important. It's very scientific. You see, the key to a great Project Lionel pose, well, there are actually 7 keys. Key number 1, left foot poking out from underneath, right leg like a baby bear. No adjustments. No adjustments, Lainey. Like a baby bear coming out of hibernation. Your baby bear is still hibernating, Lainey.
Yeah.
Can't give you that point.
No
Sorry.
point. Next key is head perpendicular to the floor. And you
She's
keep-
got that.
She's got.
She's
We'll
got
give you that. You can't keep moving around though. This is serious.
Key 3, gentle thumb-to-thumb contact. It's not that gentle, honestly.
She's got a full grasp here.
You guys
like
think I
a-
should give her that point? Oh, I got a lot of no's. I'm going to go with the no's. Yeah, that's not gentle enough. Can't give you that point.
Next key is right elbow 90 degrees with the floor.
Yeah, it's probably 83 or maybe 87, but we're going to give you that.
I'm going to give you that one.
You got 2 points. Next point is left leg at 66 degrees. Lainey, I think you nailed that one. Okay, you're up to 3.
And then facial expression, equal parts interest and disinterest. That's good.
That's pretty good. That's a nice balance.
Point.
All right, we're going to give you that up to 4 points. And finally, the most important key, white pants. Lainey, what color are your pants?
Black.
Yes, okay. So we're going to give you 4 out of 7, which is not bad. Give it up for Lainey. Let's see if Sarah can do any better.
4 points. You know what? I could leave her in here. We could do whatever.
Now, based on how well you know Sarah, how long could we leave her in that state before she gets a little worried and starts peeking?
Oh no, you could leave her like that forever.
Okay, settle in. Forever, that's a long time. Yeah. Remember, Link, that eyeball doesn't work.
Oh. It's got nerves though. Let's take her out.
Okay, we won't do that. We will not wait forever.
All right. And take those earbuds out there.
And give Sarah back her hat, Link. It's right there on the floor behind her.
Did you smell, taste, or otherwise experience anything besides music in there?
No.
Oh, you didn't.
No.
You didn't taste anything.
No. Was I supposed to?
I hope
I
not.
hope not.
Okay.
Right, here's your hat. This
Here's
should
your
be
hat back. I don't
part
know
of
if that's
Project
on the
Lionel.
right way, but you can figure that out. Now, take one last look at Lionel. Got to work on the timing on that. Okay, get up here and let's see what you can do with your Project Lionel pose. Look, she's stealing the iPod,
Oh.
Link.
Ew! Look at that.
Okay, assume the position. Link will take your photo and then please hold it for an evaluation, okay?
3, 2. Hold it.
How you feel about this?
Pretty confident.
She's pretty confident. She
Pretty
was just
confident.
confident.
Oh, I'm more confident.
Okay, oh, I like it. Okay, but here's what we're gonna do. Lainey, you act, oh no, hold the pose.
You got to stay in your pose.
You have to hold the pose for an evaluation.
We've got to assess the. There you go. That was it.
Lainey, in
hold
the
it.
name of fairness, we're gonna let you judge her along with us.
Okay.
That makes sense, right?
It's only fair.
Okay, we're gonna go through the 7 keys of a Project Lionel pose. Key number 1, left foot poking out from underneath right leg. That's not happening. Can't give you that point.
Head perpendicular to the floor.
What do you think? You think
I think she's a little tilted.
she's a little tilted? Ooh, you're cold.
Yeah.
You want that poster, don't you?
Yes, I'm competitive.
Okay, she's not giving you the point. Key number 3, gentle thumb-to-thumb contact. Let's evaluate. Get in here. Oh, the thumbs are lost. It is better than yours, though.
Yes, I'll give her that.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to give her that point.
Gets
She's
that
got
point.
2.
Right elbow at a perfect 90-degree angle.
That's nice.
That is good.
That's
Another
a good
point.
angle.
Okay, she's up to 3. Left leg at 66 degrees. Come on here, Lainey. What do you think?
I don't know if it's bent enough. I don't know if.
Yeah, that's about,
Dang,
that's about
she's
74, 75. You're not going to give her that point?
How many points does she have so far?
She's only got 2.
He has 3.
That's
You have 4.
No, she has 2.
Oh,
Okay, fine.
then you can give it to her, right?
Yes.
Okay, she's
right.
giving her the point.
She's still losing. All right. Next one is facial expression with equal parts interest and disinterest. She looks pretty confused right now.
A little.
Yeah, she
Try
seems
not to
way
laugh.
too interested. I don't think we should give her that point.
I mean, I'll leave it up to you guys. I can't.
No,
do
it's up to
this.
you.
It's gotta be
You're
up
going
to
to be
you.
the bad person.
Fine, she can have it.
Oh, okay. Now, what does that bring her up to?
That
brings
puts her
up
at 4, and that means that they're tied going into the final key, which this
White
is totally up
pants.
for grabs.
Oh,
Are those pants white?
no.
Okay, you guys both win. Give it up for
Come
our
on up here.
roommates.
Let's give him a hand.
Here's the deal, though, guys. You're gonna have to rip this poster in half. You know what? We knew
We
this
don't
would
care
happen.
which way.
We're gonna give you both a poster. Give it up for Sarah and Lainey for participating in
Head out
Project
that way.
Lionel. Thank you, guys. Now, you guys know that a lot of what we do is sponsored, and tonight is no different.
Yes, we've
So
got
please bear with us as we read an ad.
an ad
We
here.
have to do this.
Tonight's presentation of the Tour of Mythicality is brought to you by Nilla Wafers. Not to be confused with Nilla Wafers from Nabisco, which don't have an apostrophe and only have 2 L's in Nilla. Apostrophe Nilla Wafers are made by Mabisco.
Apostrophe Nilla wafers are every bit as tasty as Nilla wafers, but a little bit cheaper. Plus, with apostrophe Nilla wafers, you can do all the things you normally do with Nilla wafers, like add them to the top of your next banana cream pie, or use them for Nilla wafer top hat time. There's a jingle for this one. That must be why these men just brought us a guitar and microphones. That's convenient.
It's actually a pretty long jingle. We're gonna have to take a second to learn this one.
Give us a second. E minor.
Okay.
Got it. Again, just a jingle. There's a time of which none speak, a secret time lost in the briny deep.
You know all about halftime, big time, break time, lunchtime, dinner time.
Tea time, free time, me time, D time. You'd do if you could travel in time.
Space time, FaceTime, hot time, hammer time, in the meantime, Miller time, daytime,
Nighttime,
nap time,
snack time,
bath time,
bedtime,
business time. But don't forget about Miller wafer top hat time. It's the time you wear a hat made out of Miller wafers. Miller wafer top hat time. It's the best time in the history of mankind. One day, there was a knock at my door. A mysterious drifter was on the other side. In his hands was a box, and on his lips were the words, listen closely, I don't have much time.
Then he reached in the box and pulled out a Nilla wafer top hat from inside. He said, wear it when it's time. And I said, what time? And then he died. Later I realized he was talking about
Nilla wafer top hat time. It's the time you wear a hat made out of Nilla wafers. Nilla wafer top hat time. It's the best time in the history of mankind.
Nilla wafer top hat time. 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 Back in 1999, when we were in college, we got into snowboarding. And on one of our trips with our friends Will and Greg, something bad happened to Link that he does not remember. Now, I remember when this happened to him. I said, it is my duty as his best friend to remember these events and to record them like a historian, so he will know exactly what happened, and I entitled my work, The Tragedy.
Yeah, he wrote it all down. I do appreciate that because I don't remember it, but there's a corollary to that I want to point out, and that's he could be making this entire thing up. I wouldn't know, so just keep that in mind as you listen to him reading.
I appreciate you undermining me right before I do this segment.
You're welcome.
I will now read some excerpts from The Tragedy. After hitting 2 jumps successfully on one of his runs, Link's confidence levels mushroomed. On a subsequent run, Will and I cleared the first jump, stopped short of the second one, and waited for Link to appear. And boy, did he ever. He bounced off the jump in full composure and landed it. It was at this point when Link neither stopped nor slowed down that I thought, man, Link's going for it. Link had told Greg earlier in the evening that he should go balls to the wall. He was a man true to his word.
I said that. I said balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall, yes.
I've never said that. I don't use the phrase.
Well, you used it a lot that night.
Balls to the wall.
You said it and you went it. Balls to the wall, yes.
Okay. Whatever. Continue.
Are these interruptions going to continue?
Yes.
Will yelled out, Link, you're going to bust. Bust, it turned out, would be too gentle of a word. Link nailed the face of the beastly incline, was hurled 8 to 10 feet in the air, obviously lost control while in the air, and disappeared over the horizon. We followed Link over the jump much slower. I saw him laid out about 40 feet from the jump. Will asked, Link, are you hurt? Link placed his head between his legs, then raised it, and I noticed a completely blank look on his face. He said, hold on, I'm just coming to. I was confused, for it appeared as if Link had been to the whole time. He followed this phrase with, hold on, I'm just coming to. Then Link says, hold on, I'm just coming to. Evidently, I've hurt my left hip. After a few seconds, he said, hold on, I'm just coming to. Evidently, I've hurt my left hip. This continued for 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yes.
I just kept saying, hold on, I'm just coming to. Evidently, I've hurt my left hip.
Over and over again.
I never changed it.
No.
I never said, hold on, I'm just coming to. Presumably, I've hurt my left hip.
No, evidently every time without exception.
Evidently, this is true.
Shall I continue?
Balls to the wall.
Ski Patrol came on the scene and gave Link some oxygen. Put him on a stretcher sled. As Link was being strapped into the stretcher, he said, you guys are fulfilling a dream of mine. I've always wanted to ride in one of these. He turned to me and said, I don't know what's going on, but I assume it's funny, so don't forget any of it. As he slid down the hill, he threw his fist in the air in celebration and exclaimed, I feel so stupid!
Now, this definitely sounds like something I would have done, so I believe this
yes,
part.
Very true. At the hospital, Link saw that the nurses had put an IV in his left arm. He didn't like that too much, and he realized just how much he didn't like it about 5 times. He would look down and say, oh man, they put an IV in my arm. The conversation would progress a little, and then he'd say, oh man, they put an IV in my arm. I had a little fun with him. Before they wheeled him off for a CAT scan, I asked, hey Link, they put an IV in your arm? He said, I hope not. He then looked down and said, oh man, they put an IV in my arm. After his CAT scan, I went back to see Link. He was lying in the same bed, except this time he had in his hand a big yellow sign that read the following. Charles Neal fell snowboarding. You are in Watauga Medical Center. You have a concussion and a broken pelvis. Now, you can see the words that the doctor wanted to emphasize were fell, concussion, and broken pelvis. Makes sense. However, Link didn't take this note too seriously. He held up the sign and said, hey Red, I got a broken penis. He told us about his apparently malfunctioning penis a number of times. He was really amusing himself, and every time he would laugh, he would follow it with a moan because of his broken pelvis, not penis.
I just have to say that I have never confused my pelvis and my penis.
Okay.
They are in generally the same area, and they do work well in tandem, but I do know the difference.
Good for you, Link. After a day of relaxation and pain relief, Link was released like a restless coyote into the wild. His mind came back and he began to laugh with us about all that had happened. To this day, Link doesn't remember snowboarding that night at all. He probably never will. The important thing is that a few lucky individuals will never forget it, and I'm one of them.
And I am not one of them.
We now come to the love portion of today's program.
Brett and I had the same first girlfriend.
Leslie. Bowie's Creek was a very small town.
We also had the same first kiss.
Amber.
Not at the same time.
Right.
I don't want to think about that. But Brett and I had a very similar experience with our first girlfriend, Leslie, in that neither one of those relationships lasted very long at all.
Right, and we wrote a song about our experience with Leslie and the short-term relationship that we both had with her. But in this song, we have changed Leslie's name to Heather to protect her identity.
And we have changed our names to Trevor to protect our identity.
Yes, we've also fused ourselves into one person named Trevor because that made it much easier to write this song. Because the song is about middle school, Link will be playing the quintessential middle school instrument, the recorder. It's beautiful. It's called Middle School Girlfriend. Sitting here in earth science class, waiting for the time to pass, waiting on puberty and the lunch bell. 3 seats in front of me sits Beverly. She's all right. But 1 seat to the left of her is Heather. Heather. My dream girl since 6th grade. Sure, that was last year. But a lot can happen in a year, like losing the perm and getting some bangs, making the cheerleading squad and developing other things.
Like that beautiful smile.
And boobs. 2 of them. Yeah. 2 of them. I wish she was my middle school girlfriend. What I wouldn't do to see her in her headgear in the moonlight. If she only knew that I existed, she couldn't resist this dude. That's right, I'm a dude. Just look at my mustache.
You're gonna have to get a little bit closer. See it? Right in there.
I see it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna pick up the phone and I'm gonna call her. 893-3307. It's a weird phone. There it is. It's back to normal.
Hello?
Hello, can I speak with Heather?
Speaking.
Hey, Heather, this is Trevor. What you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Nothing. What you doing?
Nothing. You just asked me that.
Will you go with me?
Sure.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Now that me and Heather are going together, we got a unique bond that nobody can sever. Even though I haven't really talked to her since that night on the phone.
Night on the phone.
And I know she still remembers every word I said. That's what she's thinking when she's perched up on that pyramid saying,
Go! Go Eagles! You can do it! Shoot two! Number one!
and look, her best friend's coming over to deliver a message, cause she can't leave her seat even during a scrimmage. Hey, Natalie.
It's Trevor, right?
Yeah.
Well, Heather wanted me to come over and tell you that the other night on the phone, she thought you were Trevor Johnson, but you're not, right?
I'm Trevor Johnston.
Yeah. Well, she thinks Trevor Johnson is hot, and you're like not, so she's breaking up with you, even though she was never really going with you. Bye.
I was gonna dump her anyway. She used to be my middle school girlfriend. I never got to see her in her headgear in the moonlight. If she only knew what she was missing, that she was dissing the future president of the Math Olympiad Club. That's me, single and free. I think it just happened. My name is Trevor Johnston, and I just hit puberty.
Eventually, we decided to date and kiss different women.
Yes.
Yeah. And in college, that's when I met Christy, who would become my wife. And Rhett would meet Jessie,
Who is now my wife.
there they are. Get out of the road!
Don't worry, I'll stop all vehicles with my sweater.
I think Rhett was the main contributor to the global fabric shortage of the 90s.
Yeah, she told me I looked good in that sweater. She lied.
Well, you were dating. That's
Yes.
what that means.
The early stages of my relationship with Jessie, the communication was a little unusual. Summer of 1999, she's going to be spending the summer as a camp counselor in the mountains of North Carolina, and I was going to be spending the summer in Slovakia. Yes, I summered in Slovakia, as you do. But I wanted to stay in touch with her, but this is 1999. This is before a lot of people had cell phones, so I couldn't text her. So I was like, I'm going to email her. Problem is, not everybody had an email address. I had one, rjmclaugh@eos.ncsu.edu.
Ooh, catchy.
She didn't have one. However, her 75-year-old grandma, who we called Gaga, did. So this is what I would do. No lie, I would email Gaga, and then Gaga would print out that email and mail it to Jessie in the mountains of North Carolina. That's how we did things. Don't ask too many questions about it. That's just how it went down. But of course, using Gaga For this purpose, I had to send her an email, and I spent the first couple of paragraphs kind of catching up with her, you know, taking care of some grandma business. And then I would put a dotted line and in all caps bold text, okay, Jesse, or okay, Gaga, this next part is for Jesse. It was an impenetrable grandma barrier. And then underneath the grandma barrier, I would just pour my heart out to Jessie, telling her about everything that was happening to me in my life in Slovakia. Oh, so many details. It was like one of those letters from a soldier in Ken Burns' Civil War documentaries. My dearest Jessie, I've settled nicely into the Slovak countryside. As I write this, I'm enjoying a nice cold scoop of Smrzlina. That's Slovak for ice cream. It tastes much like American ice cream. I eagerly await my return to North Carolina where we can enjoy Smrzlina together. Again, that's Slovak for ice cream, lest we forget. Took me back.
I will not forget.
Yeah.
I think she read the whole email, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Gaga was reading all that.
I'm sure she was.
Now, for me and Christy, communication was also difficult when we first started dating because her grandma didn't have an email address.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know this about me, but I have a tendency to make things awkward. And my love life is no exception. I had this idea that I was not going to say the words, I love you, to anyone I was dating until we were engaged. And when I told Christy this on our second date, she was like, okay. But then as our relationship progressed, it made things a little awkward when you can't simply come out and say what you're feeling. Allow us to demonstrate in a song for when you want to say I love you, but you can't.
Hey girl, what's up girl? You know we've been dating for a long time now, going on 5 whole weeks.
Now that's commitment, baby. So we prepared a very special song for the very special ladies in our lives.
Listen up. It was magic on our first date. At the food court in the mall.
At the Sbarro.
You still won't let me meet your parents. But hey, that's your call.
You a strong, independent woman.
Remember our first kiss, romantically lit in the Walmart parking lot.
Always low prices.
And then what did we do? We got matching tattoos of our high school mascot.
The charging chipmunks.
Now we're ready to say, I lost my shoe in the park. It was a flip-flop. Have you seen it? I lotion my skin with hotel shampoo. It was an accident.
You nursed me back to health when I woke up in Mexico.
He was missing a kidney.
And I drove you to the hospital when you fell off the hoverboard and broke both elbows.
All 2 of them.
You shaved my hairy back, popped the pimples I can't reach, and you went with me to get my dog spayed.
Help control the pep pop.
I think it's time to lock this down. Open my heart and finally say, I long jump on the weekends. I'm in a league, you should come watch. I love with my car insurance by 15% when I switch to Geico.
Those 3 little words, they're so hard to say. And even though I can't say them, I want you to think I'm saying them anyway.
I'll make you happy if you just do this. Just put it on mute.
Mute it up, girl.
And read my lips.
Olive juice.
Elephant poop.
All the shoes.
On the news.
I love booze.
Alligator food.
Island view. Vacuum, pile of poo, to crawl and spew. Buy a zoo, to ride up glue. I'll say roots, 5 blues clues. I lick boots. Is that you? Train the booze. Barbecue. Now what do we do? Uh-oh, we're whispering.
Yeah, you know, a fade out works very well on an album, but it doesn't work so well in a live setting.
Yes, that's true. But it's okay, because
Is it?
I don't think anybody's noticed.
I think they all noticed.
Okay, we can do this.
Okay, how about
What? Do what, though, is the question.
we turn?
To the exit.
No. We turn to the crowd
Okay, yeah.
with a confident look.
Look on
Confident
our
look.
face.
And we bow.
Bow. I don't even remember how to do that.
Just bend at the waist.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
3,
three,
2, 1.
Okay, time for another sponsor. Please bear with us. One more ad.
Oh, and you know what? The sponsor is asking here at the top that we have a volunteer to present the product, to demonstrate it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we need a
Let's
volunteer
get
to
a
demonstrate
volunteer
the product.
for
Can
a
we get the
product
lights up?
demonstration.
Okay. We need a very eager volunteer.
How about this guy and the beard and the striped shirt right there?
Okay.
Yes, you, sir. You look like a good product demonstrator. Please
Come on.
hurry on up here. Don't trip. And guys, this is serious business because we actually have a brand representative from this particular product here tonight. So please don't screw this up for us. Okay? Man, this is a long
It's a
one,
maze
too.
back there. It's like an obstacle course. Come on out. Come
Here
on over
comes.
here with me, sir.
Join Link. Let's give it up for
All right.
our product demonstrating volunteer.
All right, right on the X. There you go. What is your name, sir?
Casey.
Casey, everybody. They love you, Casey. Now, we need you to demonstrate the product while we read the ad copy. You like products?
I love products.
Oh, cool. You're a consumer of products.
Yes.
What's your favorite product?
Cheetos.
Oh, Cheetos.
Oh, wow.
Sorry to disappoint. What about those little floss stick things that they look like it's a toothpick, but then it's got a little bit of floss, it's got like a half-inch, little strand of floss, and then you floss your teeth with it, and then you just throw it away, and it's not like a long string of floss. It's just like that plastic thing with a little floss. You know what I'm talking about, that thing?
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, but that's not what we're going to be demonstrating, Link, so I'm not sure
Okay.
why you're taking so much time bringing it up.
Oh.
The product that you're going to be demonstrating, Casey, is actually in Link's right hand. Link,
Oh,
could
yeah,
you-
it's right here.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Just hold that, and it's pretty simple. Just hold it and show it to the people while we read the ad.
Okay. Here you go, Link.
Tonight's presentation of the Tour of Mythicality is brought to you by Papa Pete's Artificial Pineapples. For those special occasions when you need to use a pineapple just for its looks.
Papa Pete's artificial pineapple looks so real that you'll be tempted to eat it, but don't. We're still clawing our way out of a deep legal debt precisely because of the class action lawsuit filed by all the people who tried to eat them. To deal with the financial burden, Papa Pete quit paying federal income taxes, and there is currently a warrant out for his arrest. This is a very transparent ad. It is suspected that he is hiding somewhere in the Guatemalan countryside. His name isn't even Papa Pete, it's Doug, and he has no children. But Papa Pete's artificial pineapples are still being made without him. Everything is going to be okay, probably. Papa Pete's artificial pineapples, please, whatever you do, don't eat them. Oh, that's a weird ad.
Okay. You know what? I need to take a little tinkle, so I'll be right back.
You have to take a tinkle right now?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta do more than that.
Oh, you know what? We're gonna go take a potty break. Can you just continue to do that? Just stay right there on that mark and demonstrate the product.
Yeah, stay right there. Whatever you do, make it look real. Just don't eat it, okay, Casey? We'll be right back.